Here's our tail of the tape for the middleweight championship of the world. Poatan Pereira, 6'4". That's huge for this division. An 80-inch reach, 8 inches longer than the challenger, Ertugrul Bayrak.
Professional experience, the edge going to the champ, Alex Pereira, and 37 fights, 65% KO ratio. Still, Bayrak has some power, so Pereira needs to stay defensive. My keys to glory for this belt, for the champ, he's got to stay calm, use his patience, his distance control, mix his weapons, show his completeness, and really throw those counters that he's known for. Bayrak needs pressure. He needs to stay patient, mix it in at the right time, use his low kicks, and really look for that counter defense.
Championship rules, 5 rounds, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are legal. 3 knockdowns in an hour, 4 in the fight, and it's a TKO. Open scoring as well. 5 judges scoring the fight on the 10-point must system. You'll see their scores after each round. Over 30,000 tickets have been sold.
Tonight, a Turkish challenger puts his undefeated glory record on the line against a champion whose translated nickname Stone Hand looks to run his knockout streak to 3. This bout sanctioned by the International Sport Kickboxing Association. And at the bell, your referee is Paul Nichols. From Arnhem to Argentina, Glory fans are watching in over 180 countries around the world. It's time for Glory! Let's meet the challenger. Standing on my right and fighting out of the black corner. He's a former Dutch middleweight champion, undefeated in 2 prior Glory starts. His record stands at 18 wins, 6 losses, 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, and he weighed in at 187.5 pounds, and even 85 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of Turkey, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ertugrul Gazi Bayrak. Now his opponent, standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner. The first ever to hold championship belts in 2 divisions simultaneously. As a professional, 31 wins, 6 losses, 20 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He enters the ring tonight on a 7-fight winning streak. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, 1.94 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at an even 187 pounds, 84.8 kilograms. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, he is the current interim light heavyweight champion of the world. He is the reigning and defending undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Alex Poatan Pereira. Here now is your referee for this championship bout, Paul Nichols.
Gentlemen, you understand the rules that you're fighting to. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. World title fight, I expect you to fight for it. Touch gloves if you like. Push back. Judge, 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 timekeeper. Fight!
Here we go. Scheduled for 5 rounds for the middleweight championship of the world, Poatan Pereira. Much bigger, you can tell already, Joe.
Yep, he's got that length, but Bayrak wanted to use those low kicks, which is a good strategy.
Nice high kick there from Pereira. Swept to the ground. By the way, a historic moment for Paul Nichols, who's calling his 25th Glory Championship bout. No one else comes even close.
I like that Bayrak's mixing the level of that low kick, mixing between the quad and the calf. Those calf kicks became very popular in MMA. We haven't really seen too many of them in kickboxing.
Pereira wanted to be on this card. He said it right after his last title defense. Here he is tonight, and he vows not just to win, but to destroy Bayrak.
And he does it in such a calm way. He manages distance well. I mean, he keeps his hands low. He's just got sharp eyes, but Bayrak's hurt.
Yeah, that wobbled Bayrak, who's backed up against the rope. Look at these knees from Pereira, goes to the body. Joe, you said the key to beating Pereira was to tag those legs with low kicks.
Yeah, I still feel that, but Pereira's intelligent because he's going to pressure. He's not going to give Bayrak the space to do it. And as soon as Bayrak throws a low kick, Pereira's going to counter with his punches.
Good jab there for Pereira. He's just waiting for an opening.
Yeah, Bayrak's legs are wobbling.
Yeah, it's the jabs that are doing damage right now. What can Bayrak do to get out of this predicament?
Well, the best thing, if you're going to stay shelled up like that, you wait for that second that, you know, Pereira stops throwing and try to throw power punches. Just kind of power out of that shell and throw some combinations and then go right back to the shell.
Pereira looks like he's just toying with Bayrak right now.
And now mixing in the uppercuts. He's been ripping the body.
Nice knee connects. Bayrak backed in the corner. His body language is telling us a very sad story, Joe. And that is, he thinks he's almost done already.
Yeah, that left hook, 1 or 2 more shots. I think it's over.
Trying to fight back a little bit. I don't think he can go punch for punch with Poatan.
No, he's got to still maybe chop away at the leg, but again, if he chops at the leg, it kind of opens up his guard and he gets hit.
It has been a dominating round for Pereira, who continues to jab away and be patient.
And you see, Bayrak through, Pereira countered right with the right hook.
No, his nose is already moving. And left hook right at the bell, and that is it. Hands of stone. Alex Poatan Pereira.
That left hook, that's his dangerous strike. I knew it took 1 or 2 more, and that was right on. Wow.
A dominating performance for Poatan Pereira. Joe, outside of Rico Verhoeven, is this the best striker on the planet?
Yeah, I agree. It has to be. I mean, the way he's finishing, he's finished 6 of his last 8 fights. I mean, in his fight before against Abena, it was a left hook as well. So that's 2 fights in a row via left hook knockout.
That reminded me a little bit of when Manny Pacquiao was knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez right at the bell, face down, out cold. And Ertugrul Bayrak was never in this fight at all.
Yeah, he came in, threw some low kicks, but that's Pereira staying patient, staying calm, you know, finding the setup, and that's what makes him very dangerous. He just doesn't go in there to try to blast you out. He sets it up, he stays patient, he finds it, he creates it, and that's the artistry behind that knockout.
Let's take you through this first round of Poatan Pereira.
I mean, we knew the punches were coming, and I always talk about his completeness, and there he came in, trying to mix his knees, trying to split that guard of Bayrak. But intelligent fighting, sits in the clinch, let's go, punches, takes advantage of that opportunity. Just, you see a lot of fighters who are still newer to fighting. You don't see it as much.
Stop! What a left hook.
Yeah, it's as Bayrak was throwing a left hook, Pereira beat him to the shot, and just right on the bell. Set it up with a straight right to the body, and just ferocious.
We will make it official and update you on the condition of Ertugrul Bayrak, who is still down in the ring when we return here to the Netherlands. We welcome you back and happy to report Ertugrul Bayrak is on his feet and walking around now in the ring, but what a performance by Poatan.
Yeah, just calculated, smart, patient, and set everything up, and that's what makes this beautiful. Right straight to the body, left hook upstairs. And I like that, Pereira. You saw him use his knees earlier in the fight. Just the way he stays so calm, even when he gets hit, his face doesn't change, but he sets up everything. I mean, he's finished 5 out of his last 6 opponents. That's incredible.
And keep in mind, Joe, this was the #1 contender in the middleweight division, not a guy who took the fight on 3 days' notice.
Yeah,
and there's our reaction.
I had to stand up. I became speechless. You lost it.
Oh, man, what a left hook for Poatan Pereira. Here's Tim Hughes to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened. The end comes at the bell of the first round with an official time of 3 minutes. This bout ends by knockout. For your winner and still middleweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira. Here to present the belt, our Managing Director of Sport, Cor Hemmers, Glory Chairman, Pierre Anderon, and from our Talent Ops Department, Ramon Dalder.
I'm here with your winner, Alex Pereira. As soon as this card was announced, you wanted to be on it. Give me your thoughts on fighting here on this big stage.
Muito feliz por lutar nesse mega evento. Eu sempre quis lutar, já tem umas 2 lutas que eu venho cobrando e aconteceu, porque hoje é o dia do show. E eu dei um show aqui, é isso que o povo quer, é isso que todo mundo quer ver, nocaute.
Since it was announced, yes, I asked 2 times already to be on the show. Thank Glory for listening. You know, I came here to give it a big show because this is a show and it was deserved a show, and here you guys got it.
You made some easy work of Bayrak. Was this the easy fight you expected? Did anything happen that kind of changed as the fight went on?
Não foi fácil, não tem luta fácil. Foi uma luta que eu trabalhei muito para ter esse resultado, mas isso consome o nosso psicológico. É muito difícil estar aqui e fazer isso que eu fiz hoje, mas deu tudo certo, graças a Deus.
There's never an easy fight. Every fight is consuming your mindset, consuming your everything, but everything worked perfect here today, and I'm really happy for it.
Well, you're the interim light heavyweight champion. You're the reigning and defending middleweight champion. What do you want to do next?
Bom, é um pouco difícil, né? Ficar subindo e descendo de peso. Lutei agora no médio, eu quero o meio pesado. Vakhtov, se você não quiser lutar comigo, deixe meu cinturão, me entrega meu cinturão.
Well, it's hard for me to keep going up and down weight classes. I want to, fight for the light heavyweight belt. Vakhtov, if you do not want to fight, bro, just give me my belt, because I deserve.
I know there's a lot of people in Brazil watching. You have your father here as well. Any messages you want to give to people watching?
Aí, Brasil, é nóis, mais uma vez, pela quinta defesa. Tamo junto, obrigado pela força, obrigado pela torcida de todos. Isso daqui não é só pra mim, não é só pra minha família, é pra todos vocês que estão torcendo por mim. Muito obrigado!
For all the crowd in Brazil, thank you so much for the amazing support. Thanks so much. This is not only for me, it's for all you guys. Thank you.
Artem, let's hear it for the interim light heavyweight champion and your middleweight champion, Alex Poatan Pereira.